Welcome to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0.
You are now about to witness.
With your host, Scotty the Body.
Come down later for mood
7 of truth bombs, hard facts, and real life grit. It's time to wake up.
Good evening.
Let's grind.
Here we go again.
Yo, you gonna dig this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another incredible episode of Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. Today, we're dropping a fucking truth bomb. Top 10 major promises made by the president-elect, president-to-be, president of, president, probably third term, and it dude didn't deliver one. Minus the J6 shit. Let's go over this. Plus, oh, Jesus. Plus the Epstein files fiasco. Holy shit. All right, let's get into it. We're going to dig deep in this one today, folks. Why? Well, because I didn't get any sleep last night, and the first thing I actually woke up to was this piece of shit. So, let's fucking dig in. Welcome back to another episode of Rise and Grind Radio 3.0, a show where we don't worship politicians like fucking deities. We hold them accountable, like delinquent gym partners who don't show up on fucking leg day. So today's episode, oh baby, it's called Trump's Top 10 Successes, the Art of the Unkempt Deal. Yeah, I said it. Trump, the Don, 45, 47, the guy who plays 40 chess but can't finish half the fucking puzzle. And before some of y'all go full MAGA meltdown in my DMs, fucking chill. I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican. I stand for the Republic. If you know what the fuck that means, then we can be friends. I'm an American who doesn't like being lied to. Again. So let's break it down. Yeah? Do it. Top 10 promises Donald made. Swore on a gold-plated Bible and then fucking forgot? Dude. Broken promise number 1. End the wars in Ukraine and Gaza in a day. I don't know if this is like the biblical day where, you know, God made the moon and the sun and it took a day. Like, time wasn't relevant back then. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's referring to that kind of shit, because a day, well, then we could talk about thousands of years for that matter. Trump said, and I quote, "I will have those wars solved before I even take office." Well, it's been months, and all I hear, that's all I hear, right? And last I checked, Gaza's on fire, and Ukraine's still fucking being a piece of shit. That's like promising to put out two house fires with a bottle of Aquafina, and instead of, you just showed up with a can of Diet Coke and said, I'm going to send my thoughts and prayers. Broken promise number 2. Slash federal spending by $2 trillion? Was it $2 trillion? $2 trillion. Well, let's see. This one's rich. Literally. He said he cut spending by $2 trillion and then passed something called the One Big Beautiful Bill that's basically a buffet of federal spending with extra cheese. The bill was so bloated that it needed its own insulin shot. Broken promise number 3. What do we have behind door number 3, Johnny? Well, Scotty, we have some good shit for you today. The dismantle the deep state. You said you'd take out the deep state, drain the swamp, fire the feds. Instead, you rehired half the alligators and your own fucking morons. The DOJ still runs like a mafia. Whatever 3-letter agency still spy like it's 2021 Big Brother. And Fauci's ghost is still probably writing memos somewhere. Motherfucker. Don't say you drain this swamp if you mean the Jewish state of Israel. I don't give a fuck. I didn't really mean that, sort of. But you need to get your head out of your ass and back in the game. Anyway. Broken promise number 4. Abolish Social Security taxes and free IVF. All right. Anyone? Abolish Social Security taxes. Where? Free IVF for families. When? If I had $1 for every time a politician promised free anything and delivered nothing, I could afford IVF. Broken promise number 5. Mass deportation operation. Like never seen before. Holy fuck. We actually did an episode kind of on this. He said the largest deportation in American history. He said we see the largest deportation in American history. Yeah. Turns out we got an ICE TikTok account and a couple hundred raids in blue cities. I've seen high school truancy officers with more follow through than this fucking shit. Jesus. Man, this is a hell of a list. Broken promise number 6. Universal tariffs on all foreign goods. Man, this was a fucking shit show. If you've been watching the market and understanding how things work, they robbed everybody. He said 10 to 20% tariffs on everything and just scared a bunch of fucking people. And everything made outside the U.S. What we got? A few beefed up taxes on China, Canada, and stuff we already don't give a shit about. Meanwhile, Walmart's still stocked like it's run by the fucking UN. Maybe it is. I don't know. Call me a toaster. Call me when a toaster says made in, I don't know, Kentucky instead of made in fucking surveillance capital of the world, and then I'll go back. Holy shit, this is a big one. Cut energy prices by 50%. Dude, my fucking gas down the street has gone up 25%, or 25%, 25 cents. What? It's a grand scheme of things, but eggs have also gone up too. Gas is cheaper if you're hallucinating. Electric bills, well, they're still higher than my testosterone. And he said end in EV mandates and bring back oil dominance. What the fuck? But every week it feels like I need a crypto wallet just to pay for heat. What? What? That's what I'm saying, dude. Broken promise number 8. Create the External Revenue Service to collect tariffs. Right? What else? He pitched the whole new agency to collect foreign tariffs and kill the IRS. Bold, ambitious, and absolutely non-existent. Yeah. There's no External Revenue Service. There's barely an internal one that actually fucking works without crashing on April 14th. Broken promise number 9. What do we got for him, Johnny? Oh, Scotty, this is a good one. Eliminate the DEI programs nationwide. Oh, really? Yeah. That sucks. Trump declared war on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. But here we are again. Universities still running affirmative action like, I don't know, corporations still pushing that woke bullshit slideshows during your fucking lunch break. And every HR department still looks like a BuzzFeed quiz. What the fuck is going on? What was the one promise that was kept? That's right. Pardon the J6 folks, because of the whole QAnon shit and all that was fucking orchestrated from within. And have proof. I have proof that most of those fucking people at J6 were paid for. They were paid to fucking be there. I have a guest in the next few weeks who's going to come in here and tell you about it. That's how fucking excited I am for it. Anyway, so let's be fair about this one. He actually did something, right? He blanket pardons, early releases, and lawsuits dropping like flies. Got to give credit where credit's due. He said he'd free the political prisoners, and he did. But don't ask him to free Assange or Ross Ulbricht. Those guys are just too inconvenient. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Yep, drum roll. Need a drum roll. The biggest broken promise of all, the Epstein files. Release list. During the campaign, Trump explicitly said he'd unseal everything, especially those shadowy client lists. Whatever documents that were in that list are now officiated as null and void. Once back in office, he did fuck all. In February 2025, he had AG Pam Bondi release Phase 1, which was just a batch of Epstein bullshit-related documents that we've already fucking known about, the flight logs, black book contacts, and some fucking bullshit list that clearly didn't make the take. But almost everything released had been previously public. We've already seen it. Heavily redacted, fucking blacked out like it's, I don't know, some fucking crazy CIA file about the UFOs or some shit. Bondi claimed that the DOJ was reviewing tens of thousands of videos, but no substantial new drops have occurred. You watch 10,000 videos of child porn and you can't figure out who the fuck did it? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you serious? A recent DOJ FBI memo concluded that Epstein died by suicide and that no client list ever existed, essentially ending the fucking inquiry. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, I woke up to this morning. Not happy. So the promise. Release all the Epstein files, including any client list. What was the action taken for this one? Abso-fucking-lutely nothing. We already got the information we had. That partial release in February was bullshit. Current status, no major revealing files have been dropped. The DOJ and FBI are now saying no such list that ever existed. Conclusion, this is fucking bullshit. This promise remains unkept and arguably the most official closed, and with new findings claiming that there was no list. Dude, this is just makes no fucking sense to me. How did they get away with molesting kids and then fucking whatever else they did with them? But now, brace yourselves. Today, the DOJ and FBI put out a memo July 7, 2025, stating, like I said, that there is no client list. There's no evidence that Epstein blackmailed anyone, and his death was suicide. Even after 11 hours of enhanced CCTV footage from Epstein's cell showing no one approached that night. That's closure. Official closure on a fucking promise Trump leaned heavy on, man. You know what? Fuck it. Let's break it down for the people who are not fully engaged. Let's break it down and bring in the people who boosted this shit. The people that we put trust into. Let's start off with Kash Patel, the classified cowboy. Kash Patel, Trump's go-to national security bulldog. What a fucking piece of shit. Spent the last 2 years dropping breadcrumbs like Epstein was the boss level of the deep state. He went on several interviews saying massive evidence dumps are coming. Bro was worse than teasing a Netflix special, but dude, we got all the fucking juice. We were so excited. And all we got in return was a fucking Hulu rerun. We already seen a million times. You know how many times I fucking watched Cheers? Every time. This next one pissed me though. Dan Bongino. What, dude? Bro, your mom should be smacking the fuck out of you right now. The righteous rage machine. He got my blood pumping. I was fucking ready. Dan Bongino had listeners foaming at the mouth. We're going to see names. We're going to see elites burn. You forgot what team he's playing for. But after the memo dropped, silence. He said, look, I looked at the file. He killed himself. And just like that, wiped his hands with it. Narrative dead. Let's bring up that scumbag RFK Jr., the wild card, right? This fucking dude's a joke. RFK was hinting at Epstein way before. All his connections. He called it an elite blackmail ring and then became part of the elite blackmail ring. Well, maybe if he was part of that shit before, who knows? And then memos dropped saying, nothing to see here. And RFK, quiet as a Buddhist in the CIA interrogation room. Now, what are other things that this regime haven't done yet? They said that they shut down the Department of Education, still running. I'm not saying to do it. They said they end inflation, still waiting. They also said they'd make Mexico pay for, well, anything, especially that fucking wall that we're supposed to be building. And we're not. So, with that being said, you don't get to run your whole campaign or lie to us, I guess. Yeah, we'll just call it a lie. And tell us that you'll expose the evil and then say, oops, turns out there was no evil. Because every accusation is usually an admission. You sold us a nuke and delivered a fucking pop gun, bro. To the Trump crew. Kash, Bongino, RFK, and the rest of you scumbags. I'm kidding. Don't tell us you're fighting evil unless you're willing to expose your own side too. I don't give a fuck. It's called integrity. Oh my goodness. All right. Closing statement. I'm not here to bash Trump for sport. I know a bunch of people that voted for him. I maybe even blindly defended him a few times. But leadership isn't memes and rallies. It's fucking results, man. I don't care what letter is next to your name. Or a series of letters are next to your name. Or precede your name. Or whatever. If you make promises to whomever, especially the people, the ones that you're in charge of, and you don't keep them, well, you're a piece of shit. Don't call it the art of the deal if the deal falls through like a wet paper bag. Hope is just delayed disappointment, right? And America's been hoping for a motherfucking long time. So maybe it's time we actually do something about it. Keep that in mind. Until next time, keep your grind up. Keep your eyes open. This has been Rise and Grind Radio 3.0. And I'm Scotty the Body, reminding you that relevance ain't the same as significance.